Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Tanya Khupchandani and I'm an author, a content creator, and an entrepreneur. I run a startup which I founded over a year ago called Elixir Wellness in the health and wellness space. But today I'm not here to talk to you about myself as a career woman. I'm here to talk to you about myself as a patient because I'm someone who's had polycystic ovarian syndrome since I was really young. Even when my periods started at the age of 11, they were not regular, but it was something that we didn't look into. We sort of assumed they would regularize. This was over 20 years ago, 25 years ago to be exact, so it wasn't something that we panicked about then. We sort of waited and expected it to regularize. However, as I became a teenager, I wanted to do laser hair removal and I had acne that kept cropping up and wouldn't go. So Dr. Duru, who has been my doctor literally since the past 25 years, Dr. Duru Shah advised me to get my hormones level checked. This was back in 2000. We got it checked then and we realized that I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. At that point, my ovaries were not bulky, but I had every symptom in the book, from hirsutism to difficulty in losing weight, anxiety, insomnia, nightmares, even the symptoms that you wouldn't think were associated with PCOS. When you would Google them, you would realize that, okay, this is something, a hormonal somewhere that's playing havoc. And it was really overwhelming at first because I didn't know how to make sense of it, especially because I had insulin resistance as well. And I'm someone who is a really bad eater, so, or at least was. So when the doctors were telling me to look in my diet and nutrition, especially as a teenager who was about to go to college, I wasn't very forthcoming or very accommodating to all the advice I was given. However, over time, I did realize the importance of putting in these lifestyle changes, and so I started working out regularly. That's the first step that I took. I worked out regularly. I still work out regularly. I got my weight under control. And that helped me just see the difference in my skin, that exercise would help the toxins sort of lower and my skin started to change. And of course, I was continuing to take the metformin that I had been prescribed. It took a while for me to figure out what were the right medications. I know the simple thing would be oral contraceptives. I took them for a bit, but I have a family history that prevents me from taking them long term. That's usually the thing that works best for most women. For me, though, I had to try other things. So it took a little while for me to figure out what to take and when to take it, because some things would make my cycle too frequent, some things not so much. But now I'm at a point, it's been many years. I have two kids, they're 6 and 9, and even post my marriage, I was worried about infertility, worried about whether I would be able to conceive or not. And even though I wasn't ready, my son was an actual surprise. We found out that I was pregnant when I was sure that I would have to go through cycles of IVF because of my PCOS. So it was an amazing surprise. They're now 6 and 9, and the joy and center of my life. So what I wanted to tell you is not to stress if you have PCOS, but to listen to your doctors. People with PCOS do tend to have higher levels of anxiety anyway. So try not to stress because that increases the cortisol level and it's all a spiral from there. Instead, listen to your doctors. I have seen nutritionists, I have seen endocrinologists, I have followed Dr. Duru's advice throughout. In fact, I run a wellness company that does a lot in aesthetics and skincare, and people are always asking me about my skin and, oh my God, what all do you take for your skin to be this way? And it baffles my mind because I literally had horrendous acne until my kids were born, and then the hormones and the medications and stuff helped it all settle. So I'm grateful for all the doctors that have treated me and taken care of me and to get me to a point where I feel like everything is under control, which I have been feeling for the last few years. So it's been great, and I'm grateful. I just wanted to tell everyone with PCOS that it's not something that you have to stress about. Having insulin resistance or PCOS doesn't mean that you'll have diabetes. I'm not diabetic. I'm not even pre-diabetic. But I take the medications, I work out, and my nutrition is still a work in progress, but it's something I definitely try to work on consistently. So and it's still possible to have everything, to be fertile, to have kids, and to have a normal, productive, full, amazing life in spite of a PCOS diagnosis. So don't panic, talk to your doctors, and good